For me, it was really Scott Lambert called me in 2019 at some point and said, would you ever be interested in making a film about a conductor? I hadn't really thought about it. I kind of had this character, and I thought, oh, okay, and as these things happen, like we all know, deals take forever, and the deal didn't close until like mid-March 2020, so the world had locked down, and you thought, well, is there going to, like you say, is there fading Greece, is there going to be a world where we have movies? That's sort of where the thing started. But I think our biggest challenge really was, like Kate had a heart out. She's in every frame of the film. If she went down, that was it. I mean, there was no contingency. So we were really playing with very, very tiny margins. And also, there had been no major German orchestras. No one had played together before. They hadn't played for a year. So we got very, very lucky with finding one orchestra, the Dresden Philharmonic, that agreed that they would do it, but only during a very particular window. And that window was at the top of production. And we had geared the entire plan for the end of production. So we had to turn everything around, and that was massive. But it was the first time that, like everyone here, COVID testing every day. But when you're in Berlin, the COVID testing guy is smoking and flicking it away. I felt that for decades, that you never know who's going to be walking on set, and you never know what they're going to bring to it. You don't know if they have a child at home who's developmentally disabled. You don't know if their spouse has just left them. You don't know if they've lost a parent, and you need to know those things. And you're lucky if you work with people that make it their business to know about each other. I mean, on this set, similar to what John was saying about Michelle, I mean, Cate Blanchett worked 17-hour days, but she wasn't walking around as this character. She knew everybody, she knew everything, and she would come up and say, the cable man, Hans, he's having a hard day because blah, 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 blah. Maybe we should this, maybe we should that. And that sense of awareness of knowing who you're working with is everything. And I think that the productions that you've worked on where that hasn't been the case, where no one's paying attention, where people are objectified by their jobs. I think the danger in filmmaking often is that we all get these kick-me signs attached to our back, and we all get ghettoized as you're this, you're that, you're the other thing. When in the end of the day, yeah, there's hierarchy, but we have to lock arms together. We have to care about each other to get our work done as a practical matter, but also as human beings. Bad news is bad news, but bad news is worse news if you don't get it right away. So that I want to hear it right away. I want to deliver it right away. And I think the other thing is just, inviting well. Attitudes are contagious, and this year's worth catching. That's the thing, is trying to have everybody in the same tent pissing outside the tent.